Good afternoon, it's wee Paddy from across the Shuck, and you're very welcome, especially my subscribed famine survivors. You are the #1 supporters of this channel. Thank you. And this is a real lovely video because you've seen in the title, it's about the famous Sheffield shop. And I've just got a couple of Sheffield knives out there. I want to give everybody the best way that I've, after a long while of doing this, and I've been on the phone speaking with Michael and Ashley about the best way to order your Sheffield knife. Now, everybody knows that this is my favourite Barlow of all time. Now, not this particular one, but this shape, the pattern that Arthur Wrights do. So I'm directing this mainly towards Arthur Wright, but the famous Sheffield shop sells all the range of Sheffield knives. But the nice thing about them is that Jane, who's I think she's the manager or the owner of the shop. You see, I never do my research properly. But anyhow, Jane and all her staff, who are amazing people, and I have spoke to them, and I know a lot of people who have used them for a long time. I don't know why I've never done this video. I put it off and then I keep forgetting about it. But anyhow, I digress again. The famous Sheffield shop in Sheffield, strangely enough, has a wide range of all the Sheffield knife makers, their knives. But in particular, Arthur Wright is the best place to order an Arthur Wright. They'll always have stuff in stock, maybe not a huge amount in stock, but if you want to order one to your specifics, you go on there and they will do it all for you. They'll order the knife and they'll post it to you. Dead simple. That's the way to do it. And even when you ring up, sometimes you'll find out they'll have an Ashley, because Ashley throws a knife into the shop every now and then that's just for general sale. So if that's what you're looking for, go and check out. Keep checking in regularly to this famous Sheffield shop. Now, the reason why today's video is good, and I'm going to take this knife away, and I'm going to take this knife away. I was gifted by a very good friend, and he's a good friend of the Sheffield shop. And I was gifted this beautiful knife. Absolutely stunning. And this is an Arthur Wright Barlow, which they made for, or not Barlow, Hawkbill or pruner, whatever you want to call this. This was made specially for the famous Sheffield shop. And you can see there it is, the Arthur Wright. And on the bolster, it has 1983 to 2023, and it's the 40-year anniversary of the shop as a knife shop. This is a real beautiful example of their Barlow. Why am I keep saying Barlow? I'm obsessed with Barlows. I just ordered another knife off Michael over at Arthur Wrights today, and it's in my head. So this pruner is just beautiful, I have to say, and he sent it as a gift. His name's Scott. We're not going to divulge anything more than that. It's just Scott, and he kindly donated this to the channel. But what he did ask me to do was to plug the famous Sheffield shop. So it just so happens that this video has been coming, and I've just conjoined it with Scott's beautiful gift that he sent me. And he sent me 2 other knives, which you'll look at the minute, or in a minute. My speech is really bad. I need to learn England. This is a fantastic. This is, they're basic type models, but this one especially has this. And on the bottom, I love this detail. Look at that. I'm not sure, is that an English rose? Not too sure, is that the sort of outlook, but it is a fantastic design, which is really well etched onto the base of it. It's a knife that stands up like that. I love the fact that these knives do that. It's just beautiful. And I say knives because I've another one to show you. I've just got into them. I've just realized what a great knife this is. Even as a desk stand, when you fold it down. Now listen to this. This is Arthur Wright. It's a really strong back. Listen to that. It is fantastic. Listening to the opening. It is just super. A super, super knife with great spring. I mean, it really takes all your effort to just push that down, but it has plenty of spring. Super easy knife, especially for gardening. This is a perfect knife. But you can think of many draw cuts, pull cuts, I should say. The pull cuts you can do with this is absolutely super. So that is the knife we're going to talk about mostly today, because it's a gift. And, I am so appreciative of gifts. Uh, we all do. Everybody in YouTube, you spend so much of your spare money on knives, and it really is knife. This is a real helping hand. It's got me a knife that I probably wouldn't have bought, because I have a bigger version, which is here, which I just done recently a video on it. I just bought this one. This is again the Arthurite, and it's just a bigger version of this knife here. Let me open them up both together. Do you see? It's just a bigger, this one's more like a field clearer. It's a massive one. And this is your gardening knife. But look at the size of them. Look, two beautiful knives. This one on stag, and this one is in a dark wood. It's either ebony or might even be bog oak or something, but I think it's ebony. It's a beautiful knife. And I just love these rounded ends. You don't normally get this, I believe, because this is the one I bought, didn't have it on it. But two super, really great work knives. And an example of work knives I'm really glad to have in my collection, I have to say. But not only did he send me that, he sent me two other knives. He sent me this beautiful, beautiful little pen knife. And look at the jigging on this. This is jigged bone. You can see there that it's bone on there where the dye has sort of leaked down through. But beautiful, lovely, well-led little pocket knife. And this is from a company that I've never had a knife from. It says in the back of Vulcan. Let me just get my big spec out. There we go. It says Vulcan. And I'm going to have a look at it underneath here. It's Tellin & Co. Sheffield. Tellin & Co. Tellin, Tellin & Co. Sheffield. What a just gorgeous. And I love the fact that there's no bolsters on it. It's just a ghost pattern. But the jigging on both sides of this is really old-fashioned jigging. Please bring this back again. Please, 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 because it is just amazing. What a lovely little pen knife. What a fifth pocket knife. And that's what it's going to be for me. And I sat yesterday, I put this in my pocket yesterday, and last night I was sitting at about 2 o'clock in the morning, as I often do, sitting watching videos. I sharpened both the blades. They sharpen in seconds. I just used a wee DC4. That was all I used to it. And the blades came out really nice. It only takes a couple of minutes to put it. Now, they weren't that sharp, but they're now little razors. Look how thin they are. I mean, they'll just do so much work. I know it's a small knife. I mean, what is the length of it? But 2 inches. Yeah, it's 2 inches overall, but it's only got a cutting edge of about 1 3/4. But let me tell you, that's enough to do a lot of work. It really is in my life. So, Scott, I absolutely love this. This is, and I'm going to show, because he really hit it in the head. Not only have I got this knife and now got a smaller version, I collect these type of knives. And here's another example. I believe this is a Wolstenholme. Yeah, this is a George Wolstenholme little pen knife, about the same size. They're about a 3 1/4 inch closed. Just super little knives to put in your pocket. Like last night I was sitting in my pyjama bottoms. That was in my... I always have a knife in my pyjama bottoms. I know that's a detail maybe people don't want to know, but it's something I do. Tracksuits, I love a little small knife that'll do most of the task I'm ever going to need in a pair of pyjama bottoms. So, I mean, I just love these. And I don't have a ghost pattern where there's no bolsters either end, bolster or end cap. But that is the sort of thing that I like. And again, the jigging is just these older knives. The jigging was just amazing on them. Absolutely amazing. I love it. So, and then he sent me another little knife. He sent me this, which is a little engine turn pen knife, which were the real craze. I mean, these were the cheaper, but they look good because when they started to engine turn them, it gave them a bit of character rather than just a plain steel. This one's like new. It really is just like new. There we go. And it's another little pen knife, which again, it's small. But these knives are not meant to be big. These are just beautiful little pen knives. This one's got a better edge on it, but I haven't actually sharpened this one myself. I don't believe I done it last night. No. But I'll be doing that tonight, probably when I'm sitting down, because I always sharpen my knives and put an edge on them that's a good working edge, so that when I take them out, they're sharp. I don't have to worry about it. But this is lovely, and it goes with a collection. I have a collection of little engine turned. There's another one there, another beautiful little knife. I mean, I just love carrying these in my, shorts, anything like that. So having a collection of them just makes sense to me. And I know a lot of people don't count these as collecting. To me, these are collecting. I mean, when you have the like, there's two different companies, but look how good the jigging is on them. That really is a completely different, and they're just they literally are a miniature version of a full size excellent knife. They just are. I just love them. And they really are an important. I have a drawer full of little knives this size that I love, and I put in my pocket every now and then, which is why I sharpen them when I get them, because I just put my hand in, lift one, and it just, unless I'm going for a specific one, which this will be a lot of the times, along with this one, I do like this. And I really don't even show them when I'm doing my, pocket dump, because they're in the fifth pocket most of the time, or they're in my pajama pocket. So, do you know what I mean? They're about somewhere. I usually have one somewhere hidden on me. So there you go. What a beautiful set of gifts. Scott, I can't thank you enough. But listen, I'm going to put down the name below, the Famous Sheffield Shop. Go onto Google, just type it in, and you will get there, and you can go and have a look at their knives. They do all sorts of cutlery, from, kitchen knives to forks and knives, cutlery sets for your tableware. And then they do a range of Sheffield made knives, and that's what they're so popular at the minute. But honestly, this is the best way to get them. And if you go on and you want something particular, and they'll go and find it, they'll send you a picture of it. They are the most helpful company I've ever known, and that's going by other people's word, not even mine. It's other people who have bought from it and keep going back. A lot in our Discord have been actually visiting the shop, and they have nothing but praise for the staff there. So please, the Famous Sheffield Shop, I'll put the name down below. Go and have a look. It doesn't matter where you are. And if you wanted an Ashley Harrison and you can't seem to get through on the phone because his books are closed, that's why they're closed. You just have to be lucky enough to get there. And when you ring up, and if you do it often enough, just check in and see if there's an Ashley in, and you can, you'll get one eventually. That's one of them things. It's just a hard thing to get. I'm not sure if she takes orders for Ashley, but if his books are closed, I'm not sure. But you can ask. You can ask. They're very pleasant. They have just customer service coming out of them completely. And that's why people are going back time and time again. I mean, this basic little knife that everybody's seen, these, they've gone around the world at the minute. I mean, Americans are now getting them and selling them over there. But this is £36 for an amazing work knife that looks like it's twice, three times the price it should be. Look at that, that clip point. Honestly, I could swoon every time I get it out. And the more bulbous handle than the American type Barlow's fills your hand. I mean, you have a proper full handful, 4 finger. I have a large hand. I get up and use right to the edge of the choil, and I get all 4 fingers on there. Just super. An amazing little work knife. So there you go, Scott. I can't thank you enough. I'll probably do individual videos on this one, and I'll do an individual video definitely on that one at some stage along the line. So I can't thank you enough. I really, you've improved my collection. I just appreciate it so much. And I do for anybody who ever sells me knives. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much. And to the Famous Sheffield Shop, I hope I send business your way. I'm not aligned with them. It's not something I want. I just want to sell people there to get their stuff, because it seems to be an easier way, especially to get Arthur Wrights. And you can get the different patterns. You can go on the Arthur Wright website, see all the different patterns they've got, and then you can order them if you want something a bit different. You can order it on the the Famous Sheffield Shop. It's fantastic. Jane has a real good working relationship with the two boyos, Michael and Ashley. So that's just amazing. And hopefully it's an easier way and a better way to get what you want from Arthur Wright and Sons. That's it. I'm away. And God, another short video, 15 minutes. I am becoming a speedster. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. And Scott, you're amazing. Bye now.